What's up, guys? Shahz here, and welcome to another rant. Today I'm here with my good friend Jawad the Dragon. Introduce yourself, Jawad.
Hey guys, what's up? It's me here, jawadthedragon. Back with another podcast, I would say. If this is a podcast.
It is, we're on Discord.
Yeah, we are on Discord. We don't have expensive equipment, like DSLRs and stuff like that. So that's why we don't have our faces on here.
Also, our schedules are really messed up, so we can't even do a face to face.
Oh no, dude. Like our schedules don't match up. They
Yeah,
haven't matched up since school.
yeah,
Like since we left school, our schedules they don't match up. Not anymore.
yeah. But
I think so. The last time we met, it was like for a movie that we watched. I think so. It was
the
The
mechanic,
Mechanic or
yeah,
something like that. I do
the second one.
remember it. Yeah, the second one, I don't know, but I do remember that it was The Mechanic with Jason Statham as the main action hero.
Of course, it was. There were two. He is the only mechanic, main actor. But other than the movie, today me and Jawad are gonna be discussing about the previous incidents that happened to Twitch and how Twitch just took a major downfall from what was one of the best streaming sites to now a really complete garbage site.
So basically, what happened to Twitch is that when you jump off a plane and your parachute doesn't work, but it does work, but you end up breaking your bones on impact.
And
That's basically what happened to Twitch in the past month.
yeah, basically, Twitch decided they had a gun and they decided to shoot their legs instead of defending themselves. That was
They
basic.
s- they decided to throw an axe on themselves. They just threw the axe in the air and they hoped that it wouldn't hit them, but it did.
Badly. So should we do it time by time, like a total capsule of how it all started?
Yeah, sure. If you want to do it by time, it's okay with me.
All right. So first of all, the first issue I think was probably everyone knows it by now. Kimika, the
Yeah,
famous
Kimika, she was she was all over the internet for 4 days.
yeah
I
for
even I even uploaded a video that you recommended to me for uploading, and I think so. I got like 10,000 or 12,000 views in like 12 hours or 24 hours. It was
yeah.
like the fastest growing viral video on my whole YouTube channel, and thanks to Shazay for recommending that to me.
Well, I also got used a few copyright strikes in Age 16, so
Yeah, I mean, I no, like my video on Kimika, it actually got copyright strike by Twitch, and it got age restricted after several other strikes by Twitch. So yeah, that was pretty bad. But the video is still sitting at 47,000 views. So I'm not sad about it. And I'm really happy that I made that video.
the topic which I'm gonna talk about is, well, let's start off with the Kimika, of course.
Mm.
So Kimika had done quietus on stream with approximately 100 viewers, which was more than what she got on a normal basis. Normally, she would have 20 viewers at best for the normal streams, but when she did the thingy, it actually
Yeah.
hit triple digits, and Twitch actually banned her or shut down her video stream on site, during the stream when she was still doing it.
Uh-huh.
So
No,
everyone's
when she actually did the stream, did the thing on stream, her viewership actually went like 10 times more because, and the fun thing that I actually realized right now after like a month of this incident, what I actually realized is that when you look in the reflection of the
the
of the
window.
window of the window, yeah, when you look in the reflection of the window, you guys can see that there is a chair and they have actually placed that chair there intentionally. So what they are doing is that they were trying to get away with it by putting that chair there, and they were trying to maybe do something like they were trying to
Hide
tell
it,
Twitch
yeah.
we are hiding it, we are not actually showing it, but it was pretty obvious what they were doing on stream.
But it wasn't just a ban. Like when YouTube banned it, a lot of people were happy because they were like, okay, YouTube actually Twitch. Meant to say Twitch. Twitch
Yeah.
actually stopped it, and they were banning her, and people were appreciative of it because they thought that, hey, Twitch is actually doing something good. What followed basically showed what type of bias Twitch showed towards their own community. Kimiko
Mhm.
got unbanned after 7 days, and I'm pretty sure Jawad was about to cover up it, but he was still busy with
Yeah.
other
No,
content.
the thing is that I was busy with other content, but the main problem is that I don't want to get any more copyright strikes or community strikes on my channel. So what basically happened is that because like if they have copyright strike me or community strike my channel once, they are basically keeping an eye on me because my previous video, it just blew up. It just went viral, and a lot of people like saw the video. So maybe they are a little bit worried about it, that maybe I'll make another video, maybe they're having and they're keeping an eye on me. So
And
that's why I didn't actually wanted to, but I did actually. I don't know, like, was she actually unbanned after like 7 days, because I never like followed up on that.
she made a comeback stream after it, which she got 200 views at average. Twitch basically paid for her house for a whole year after her recent endeavors, which was
you know
annoying.
Yeah, I have actually heard from a lot of people, and also my friends have actually told me, but I find it a little bit hard to realize it. But most of my friends, they say that even Twitch mods and Twitch devs are watching these streams, that they are they are pleasuring themselves with this, and that's why these girls don't get banned. Because like there was another Twitch member that you actually mentioned before we started actually making the video. He was banned for he was banned for other reasons, and he's still not banned to this day. And Kimika, who did things on stream, got unbanned for like after like 7 days. So I would say that Twitch is
Bias to genders.
all of these things. What would you say on that, Shazib?
Yeah, so the topic you're talking about was E-Rob's ban at QT
Yeah,
Cinderella's
yeah.
shit camp event, which was
Mhm.
basically E-Rob made a joke with one of his viewers saying that in TwitchCon, which is a famous event a lot of Twitch streamers meet on, he would beat one of his play with beat up one of his viewers, which was a joke by the way. I'm pretty sure anyone who viewed it would have understand that was a joke.
I mean,
However,
basically it's a dark humor joke. So if you don't get dark humor, then it's you're gonna be like, oh, that's you cannot say that.
yeah, but a lot of people who were viewing it knew that this was a joke. Even the guy who was being threatened understood that it was a joke. Twitch, however, decided that E-Rob deserved a 4-day ban, which sounded wrong at first, so E-Rob appealed it. After the appeal and Twitch looked at the appeal, Twitch decided that E-Rob doesn't deserve a 4-day ban, he deserves a 30-day ban. So
Mhm.
E-Rob, who made a joke, gets a 30-day ban, while Kimika, who breaks literal terms of service and rules, gets a 7-day ban and walks away free with no repercussions.
No, they're like, even if you go on, I can bet like $1,000 right now. Like if you go on to Twitch right now and you go into like, their general chatting section, there are still girls that are, showing stuff there, and they are not still getting banned. I mean, I think so. Even before, like, we began this video, like we went on to Twitch, and there were like several girls that were actually doing that were basically breaking the terms of service, but they weren't actually getting banned, or their streams weren't actually getting flagged or anything like that. And it's funny because like a year ago, 1 year ago, approximately 1 year ago from today's date, I actually uploaded another video. I didn't actually have a good enough microphone back then, but if you watch that video as well, there was actually another Twitch streamer that was actually showing a lot of stuff on stream. I mean, she wasn't actually showing stuff, but she was doing it in a way that
Exposed close.
yeah, it was like very close. And a guy literally like paid her 250 subs, which are like equivalent to $2,500. So just like that kind of things actually encourages these kind of girls, and then they encourage other girls to do the same. Now on the stream, she was talking about getting a job. So some of our viewers were like, why don't you get a job and earn your money like other girls do, and she's like, oh my god, like why would I get a job when I can just sit here, show some stuff, and have $2,500 by some random guy donated to me.
So
Like,
yeah,
these girls are actually corrupting other people as well.
yeah, that's basically it. What's worse is that during the event, Jawad, you're talking about, Twitch recently banned the word simp. If you type simp
Yeah.
in anyone's chat, you can instantly get banned or actually be like warned against it, which is
That
funny.
was funny. That was funny. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that was funny. When I heard that they actually banned the word simp, I was like, "What? Seriously? Like, people don't get dark humor. People don't get like these kind of jokes, or people don't even get sarcasm nowadays. Like, what's wrong with people?"
No, what's worse is that you're going against the word, but you're not going against what they are literally showing on stream
Yeah.
against children. There are literal children watching your streams, and you're concerned about a word when there's little worse things being shown.
And like watching these kind of things, it actually messes up your mind a lot. So even back in the days, like watching these kind of things for let's just say there's a kid, there's a 13-year-old kid or a 16-year-old kid or a girl, male or female, watching this thing, and she's gonna be like, okay, since I am young and I can also do this thing, and go on to Twitch, show some stuff, and then I can also get rich by basically doing that. You look at Twitch streamers like Alinity, you look at Twitch streamers like Pokimane. They're basically doing this the same thing. Pokimane, that's another Twitch streamer. She's like very famous, but Pokimane, she's basically the
Most
queen of
beautiful,
simps.
yeah.
No,
But
she's the
think
queen of simps on Twitch. She created
the word
no,
simp.
no, basically Belle Delphine was the
Yeah, Bell
one
was the
creator
illusion.
of Sims. I did actually make another video on my previous YouTube channel, which was actually, it was actually, I deleted it because of some reasons. But I actually made a video on Belle Delphine there, how she actually, created literal Sims.
Yeah.
And
The,
she's even
the
doing that right now on her Twitter if you go there.
she has a Twitter.
She has a Twitter, and even though like she has like 100,000 followers on Twitter, and what she's doing nowadays is that she's still doing the same thing, like she's making videos, like the other kind of videos, if you know
Okay,
what
I
I'm
don't want
talking
to know
about. Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah,
She's
so
selling that on her on her Twitter.
yeah, but okay, I'm gonna go off like a little. I'm gonna be defensive. I have seen Pokemon streams, but
Mhm,
one thing I can say about her, that she actually plays games. She has actual skill in games. Most of the streamers you would watch,
mhm,
bath streamers, will have
mhm.
no game. They will
Hot tub
literally,
streamer.
yeah, they will literally like cover their entire screen with their camera, while the gameplay would be like a small window on the bottom right. That would be a majority of the hot stuff streamers.
So here's the thing about Pokemon. I would say this. Yes, she does play games. When you're rich over your mind and you have a streaming PC, you have two streaming PCs, and you're gonna play games. She's not good at games. Like literally, she gets carried. Mostly she gets carried whenever she's playing with pros like Tarek and Stewie 2K. I don't know if Stewie 2K has actually played with her or not, but once I actually did watch her play with Tarek and with all of these other big Valorant players, pro Valorant players. They were mostly, she was getting carried. And to be honest, the thing is that NA gaming isn't that competitive compared to Europe or Asia.
Yeah,
Asian gaming and Europe gaming, that's actually competitive. Like you need actual skill. If you watch Alinity, just let's just watch Alinity for a second. You go to Alinity's YouTube channel. Yeah, she can play Apex Legends, but for how long can she play Apex Legends? For you watch people like Shroud, who actually have a talent that can pick up any game. You watch, why would I watch any other YouTuber or any other not YouTuber? Why would I watch any other Twitch streamer play games if I just wanna, watch her or him play games, if I just wanna watch somebody play games, I would just go to over to Shroud.
Yeah, yeah.
Literally the best, literally the best guy in the world in terms of gaming.
Gaming, yeah, but even Shout has his bad days. But all right,
Yeah,
we're getting off topic here. So I think we done Erobs. So after Erob, people would thought, okay, this might be the last controversial thing Twitch does, and maybe now we can all move on. And then here came its Slicker, and people found out that he was scamming his viewers, his mods, and his Twitch friends. Jawad, if
by
you,
by the gambling websites.
yeah, he had basically had a gambling addiction, and which is a really serious condition. And I hope
Mm.
Slicker gets the help he needs, because gambling addiction is nothing easy to recover from. But he basically like asked money from his viewers, from his like friends, his mods, a lot of people. Let me pull it
Yeah,
up.
I think so. Also, I think so. They also banned gambling websites
Site,
on their
yeah,
platform.
yeah. Twitch banned any like gambling sites they had recently. I'm like showing it on like now they sent a like it on October 18th on Twitter that they're like banning most of their like important gambling sites like stakes.com, rollbit.com, duelbits.com, dobet.com. Thing is, all of these sites actually sponsor Twitch. They're like one of their most important sponsors. So this was a big
Yeah,
move. But the damage that Slicker did to his like audience was worse, cause apparently he'd stole about $300,000. He scammed his everyone with $300,000. Trainwreck alone, who's like the cause of like the one of the high. Trainwreck basically paid the highest price.
mm.
He gave about $100,000 to Slicker, while
you know,
others.
I'm actually gonna defend Twitch on that one, which is basically very rare. So the thing is that even these kind of things even happen on YouTube. Like if you like know Faze Banks, like he did a similar thing back in 2016 and 2017 where he actually started promoting gambling websites for CS:GO,
Oh yeah,
where
yeah.
you
No, I
join and
remember.
do stuff like
Uh,
that.
he
So
he
yeah,
he.
both of these websites, either it's like YouTube or Twitch, they both actually do promote gambling websites. But on this one I have to give the point to Twitch for actually standing up for something right, because they are actually trying to tell people that gambling is not like a thing that you should do. And
Yeah,
I basically agree with that. They did actually made a bad decision, and that basically like ended them up in a grave. But they still made a good decision, but financially, yeah, it was a very bad decision.
yeah. For them, but the damage was already done. Like imagine how
Yeah,
many
I mean,
people.
he stole like $300,000.
Yeah, and the thing was, Trainwreck alone was paying like $100,000, and I think a lot of people did as well. A lot of streamers played as well. Slicker actually like did a stream on September 18th where he apologized about what he did, and he is saying that he is trying to like return it, and I really hope that he gets the help he needs for the problem, because gambling addiction is no joke. So I hope he
I mean,
gets that help.
Sneaker, he's like rich by now. He's like really rich by now.
He
So
isn't.
maybe he can, yeah, he's like filthy rich now.
No,
So, he can maybe return that money. But then again, gambling, kids don't do gambling. It's a very bad
yeah,
thing.
don't do gambling, kids.
If
It's
you
a dumb
Yeah,
idea.
if you wanna buy skins in the game, maybe
Earn
do
them.
something else. Yeah, when I bought my gaming PC, I was actually working on Fiverr as a video editor. So, to do these kind of things that require
Yeah,
actual skills, or
do
maybe you can learn skills and then earn money from your skills.
do
But
freelance work,
all these,
because
yeah,
it's easy.
freelance is like literally the easiest. Like if you have a skill, it doesn't take long to learn video editing, or it doesn't take long how to edit montages. I think
Yeah,
so. I learned video editing in like 2 or 3 months,
same.
and then I started uploading videos, which further improved my video editing skills. and then I got projects from freelance Fiverr and stuff like that. In the beginning, of course, it's gonna be like very hard to get any kind of projects, but you know, uh, surely the first step is the hardest to take.
Yeah. So, Jawad, I basically have to like let you know that Slicker doesn't have any of the money you're talking about. The $300,000 he wasted on gambling. So
Yeah.
basically, anyone's money he borrowed went down the toilet. That's one of the reasons why Twitch banned the sites. There are still some gambling sites, but they're not as like big as the ones that were sponsoring them normally.
Okay, I never knew that he wasted it out gambling.
Yeah, that's the problem. If he had the money, there wouldn't have been any controversy.
Like what? Like why would you like take $300,000 just to flush it down the toilet? Like I
He,
don't get it.
I think I can understand why he did it. Basically, I think what the idea was behind it was that he would take the money, he would gamble for it, he would get
Uh,
win and get more of it, and then he would give it
he
back
would
with
he would
more.
get double amount.
Yeah,
He would gamble that money. He would gamble $300,000. Maybe he will earn a profit of $100,000, and then he will return the $300,000. But he still has the the money that he earned in profit, which is $100,000. So maybe that was his mindset. But gambling, man, like it turns people into like literal monsters.
yeah, and but the thing was, though this was like really big, like the most controversial thing that happened, it
Hmm.
didn't stop there. Recently, after like the stream came out about after Slicker made an apology stream and told about how his gambling problems were, Twitter blew up. A lot of streamers were talking about how he may have needed help and that they hope that he gets help. Thing was, it didn't end there. During the Twitter blow up, Trainwrecks accused Miskiff and a few of his members at his house for covering up sexual assaults of smaller streamers. I'm gonna bring
Yeah,
it
I
up.
mean, no, like these kind of things, like it happens everywhere. Like let's just even until and unless you're like a very very big streamer, you will maybe get away with it. But the thing is that these kind of things happen in every industry. You know, mostly people would deny it that it even happens there, but the smaller streamers or the smaller Hollywood actors, or they would basically they would get harassed and stuff like that before they become famous.
Yeah, so what the basic idea of the like sexual assault cases was that
Hmm.
Mitch Jones basically said that Miskiff was covering up a lot of sexual allegations against streamers or like problems that like he was basically covering up any crime that happened in his house. So
It's
that
it's
basically.
basically like the David Dobrik situation that happened on YouTube. I think so that you might have heard on it, but they tried to do the same thing, but they were actually caught out by the security camera. So what actually happened is that they went to a club and they tried to get underage girls with them in a room, but some of the girls that weren't actually as drunk, they actually got away, but some of those girls weren't actually as fortunate with that. But the thing is that you know big YouTubers or big Twitch streamers, they will cover up these kind of things if they are actually paid for it. So this also goes for both websites. As you know, I've seen my own fair share of controversies for
Yeah.
these websites.
Yeah, so the victim in question during this whole allegation was Adriana Lee, as you can show, and basically she was the like the final line. She basically told everyone that no a form of assault or rape was forced upon her, but the streamer who was called Crazy Slick basically made her feel uncomfortable, which I guess he might have been a bit of a pervert, if that's the way to say it.
Like the kind of power that women nowadays have, you cannot trust anybody with that kind of power. So what happened nowadays, like if we just go away from the social media platforms for a moment. You look at Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard
Yeah.
situation. In that situation, I even like even though like I'm a hardcore Johnny Depp fan, like I even almost believed Amber Heard because she was a woman. But then again, you cannot trust women nowadays with the kind of power that they have. A woman can literally destroy a man's whole life by just, doing some or saying some kind of allegations towards the man, and nobody's going to believe the man until or unless he provides solid proof. Like, let's just say that Johnny Depp never had any kind of solid proof that he was actually mistreated by Amber Heard, and it wasn't the other way around. If Johnny Depp didn't had that proof, then Amber Heard would have won the case. She would have won more money from Johnny Depp. And overall, until or unless I don't believe females nowadays, usually because they have this power that if they start crying on the stream, and if they start saying that some big YouTuber or some big Twitch streamer made them feel uncomfortable, then that is a sign of them being a pervert or stuff like that, which is actually a little bit sus.
Yeah, it's not like
For
that.
for example, yeah, for example, like if a girl makes me feel uncomfortable and I talk about it on the internet, the people are gonna be like,
Oh,
"Oh,
you're
dude,
a
like why are
coward.
you talking about it on the internet? Like you're a man, like a man up and stuff like that." But it's like very easy for a woman to um mistreat a guy and then play the victim.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. And Jawad, you might need to like get a little bit with your wording, because not every
Mm.
woman is like that. But it is true that women will take advantage. Remember the woman who accused Babar Azam of saying that he is the father of her child.
Yeah, a maniac. That
Yeah, I
that
remember.
woman was maniac.
Yeah, but
No, I didn't like mention like all women do the same. I'm just saying that nobody can be trusted with that
yeah,
amount of power until or unless in these kind of cases you have to be neutral. Like even though, like as I said, I was a hardcore Johnny Depp fan, but when Amber Heard like came out and said that I was abused by him, there was domestic violence and stuff like that, I mostly believed Amber Heard. But when the trial went through and Johnny Depp actually gave some real solid evidence, then that is when my mind actually started to tilt a little bit towards Johnny Depp.
what's worse is that Johnny Depp actually struggled because of these allegations.
Yeah.
He got cast out of the Pirates of the Caribbean like franchise. He wasn't allowed in the
So
what
like even
Harry
like
Potter shows.
let's just say that I had that amount of power, and let's just say my girlfriend actually left me.
You have a girlfriend?
Which no, no, I'm just giving like an example here. All right. Now let's just say that I had the amount of power that women have nowadays. All right. And what actually happened is that my girlfriend left me and I accused her of something. Now, because like I have that power of manipulating people, most of the people will believe me because I have the power of manipulating people.
Yeah,
And that is like a very powerful thing. Like when one thing happened on Twitch, like when there were like hot tub streamers all over Twitch, like you would open up Twitch and you would get bombarded with like hot tub streamers, and it got like so bad that people stopped streaming on Twitch.
yeah, I remember. But what's funny is that the final hammer that like ruined Twitch's reputation wasn't from some random streamer or from like
Hmm.
old controversy. It was done by Twitch themselves. So by the end of the month, Twitch sent out a tweet during the gambling site and sponsorship, where they
Hmm.
said that they will now cancel the 70-30 system they had with every streamer and will now be making it 50-50. And if streamers wanted to earn the money they were normally used to during their streams, they
Hmm.
can make longer ads. Basically, Twitch ads can't be skipped, and now you would have to like wait for 5 minute ads, unskippable 5 minute ads by the way,
Yeah,
just so
that's
that,
easy.
yeah, So that would just ruin any streamer's career, because no one would want to watch a 5 minute worth of ad just so that they can watch a new streamer or like a junior streamer. That would just ruin
Yeah,
the whole idea.
in terms of that idea, I would, give that point to YouTube, because like here's the thing, what actually happened, I used to stream on Twitch. I used to stream like 5 hours daily on Twitch, and in my first 2 months of streaming on Twitch, I actually got like 200 plus followers. I was like gaining massive amount of followers. I was gaining some Twitch Prime subs. My Twitch stream was actually getting more and more recognition on Twitch,
On the platform.
platform.
Yeah.
But as soon as I started speaking against Twitch, all of that just went away. As soon as I like started tweeting against Twitch, like they took all that away from me. But in terms of like that a split of revenue thing, yeah, they did actually make a 50-50 split, basically, which means that if you're earning $500 per month, half of that money goes to Twitch and half of that goes to you. Whereas on YouTube, if you make $500, 70% of that amount you get to keep that, and then the other 30%, um, yeah, the YouTube actually gets to keep the 30% amount. And what's great about YouTube is that once you have done your live stream, and if your channel is actually monetized, there will be ads running on that stream. So if let's just say that after I've ended my 7 hour stream, there are like maybe 20 to 30 ads on them. And if somebody actually watches my whole stream and doesn't skip any kind of ads, I get money even if I'm not even streaming there.
Yeah, and
You
it
know, which is a plus point, because like, if you're not streaming on Twitch, if you're not streaming, you're not earning anything.
yeah,
It's just flat, like, right, like that.
it basically helps a lot of like junior streamers or people who are starting YouTube, because it like improves their morale. It makes them want to stream more. It makes them like appreciate YouTube even with their problems. Because right now YouTube is basically better than Twitch. If YouTube fixes
Yeah.
their chat system and like most of their UI system, they can literally outpace Twitch in like the terms of being a streaming site. And what's
No, I
worse,
think so. I think so too. YouTube has succeeded every other platform. Like, look at YouTube Shorts. That has succeeded TikTok. Look at like YouTube live streaming. People like Doctor Disrespect. They switched over to YouTube. Now, Doctor Disrespect. His topic was like very controversial, and I don't want to get into that because that's gonna take a lot of time. But the thing is that YouTube is basically a better platform. It's a platter all around a platform. People like Ludwig, if you know Ludwig,
yeah, no.
people like Ludwig, he also switched over to YouTube. Like, that's a big move for Ludwig to do on, his own.
Yeah, and if Twitch continues doing this system of like ruining their own platform, degrading their own streamers, a lot of those streamers will go to a different streaming site, go to YouTube, and they will take their audience with them. So Twitch will
Yeah.
won't even have that audience that they want. And what's
Yeah, and one more thing. I'm sorry to interrupt you again.
yeah,
So
no.
one more thing, like YouTube isn't sexist. YouTube isn't sexist as much as Twitch is. Because Twitch will, yeah, like, give out bans to their own creators, but YouTube wouldn't do that without a reason. Like,
Yeah,
YouTube would literally give you a reason that, this is the problem. If you can fix this problem, then yeah, we can continue on. But if you cannot fix this problem because this violates our community guidelines, that unfortunately we cannot continue on. They give you an option, but Twitch, they just, straight out like.
yeah, no, no, I'm gonna have to like go against that a bit, because I don't know if you know, but there was a Corey extension controversy with YouTube. YouTube basically, I'm not gonna go into it because I think that would like affect the channel, the video as well. But YouTube
Mhm.
basically gave Corey Genshin like a an age restriction, while other YouTubers who made the same type of video didn't get it, and Corey felt a little bit that there was a racial motivation involved. but we're not
Mm.
gonna get into that. But it's not just
Yeah.
saying that YouTube is a saint. They have their own pile of shit that
Yeah.
people don't seem to
Well, like
ignore.
every single website has that kind of thing on them. You go to any website, mishaps do happen. But in terms of like Twitch, there are like a lot of mishaps happening.
Yeah,
Like you cannot even argue on what Twitch is doing currently. Like they're just, they're just digging their own grave, making their own coffin, and they're just trying to get in the coffin right now. And then YouTube is gonna be there to shovel up the all the dirt on them.
yeah. But I guess that's all the topics I guess we want to talk about.
I think so. I mean, if that's all the topic, then yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we've been at this for a while. This was a 35-minute worth of like,
I mean, it was a podcast. Podcasts are supposed to be a little bit longer than 15 to 20 minutes.
yeah,
So I would say podcast successful, and podcasts are basically something that the viewer can sit back, relax, and just listen to.
yeah. So you want to give your outro first, then I'll do mine.
Yeah, sure. So this is it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Please subscribe, guys. Please subscribe to Shaz as well. We are actually trying to make it to 1,000 subscribers. I will also give a link to Shah's channel, first link in the description below. And until next time, guys, peace out.
Alright guys, I'm gonna be ending the video here, and if you guys enjoyed the content, please ask for more, like and subscribe for more. Also go to Jawad's channel, he does really good controversial stuff and I'm pretty sure a lot of you would be interested in it. But alright, I'm gonna be ending the video here now. If you guys want some more, let me know and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.